Hey guys, what's going on? It is Cruzavi here and I welcome each and every one of you to a brand new video here on our channel, The Guide. And today we have another part of our Think Like an Elite Player series. After taking a look at defending, build up, chance creation, now we're talking about finishing. I will take you through my thought process when I'm getting into a good shooting position and analyze how I choose the finishing technique, how I prepare the shot, all that stuff. Very excited for it. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so of course, in order to become really good at finishing, you need to know all the best finishing techniques from each different angle and position. And I will link a video on the screen and in the description down below where we go over all the different finishing techniques in FIFA 21 and the situations when they're best used. This is from the beginning of the year, but the finishing meta didn't really change that much this season, so it's still relevant. And I will also analyze in detail with the gameplay scenes here why I decided for the different finishing techniques. So let's get right into the first gameplay scene here, where I get the ball with Mbappe on the edge of the box, and then I come to a stand and do a normal elastico in order to get past the defender. And as we can see, I immediately have a lot of space available here on the left hand side of the goal. And probably all you guys know that if you get into a spot somewhat to the left or right of the goal, then a driven cross shot, so finishing with a driven shot with the outer foot of your player into the far post, is a really strong and simple finishing technique this year. And so already in this spot right here, I know that I want to get there and probably finish this chance with such a driven cross shot. So now the next steps are getting the right angle on goal, getting the right position, doing a final touch in order to prepare the finish the way you want it, so that you can optimize your chances of the shot actually going in, and then doing the shooting input, of course. So here I know that due to the exit from the skill move, the elastico, I don't have a good shooting angle, so I can't shoot right away. The angle is bad. I'm also still very far away from goal. And even if I change the angle with a normal, very brief touch like this, I still would be very far from goal, and I'm shooting with Mbappe's weaker left foot. So that shot probably wouldn't go in still. So that's why I decide for a sprint ball contact. So I want to push the ball further into this space right here, get closer to goal, and also get, you know, in a straight line towards the goal line, so that I have a good angle on goal. So that's what you can see here as my controller input. This is what I do in order to prepare the finish. I get into the position right here, and then you can see when the ball is still a bit further away from my player, I do the shooting input. This is a little tip which I think can make a difference in certain scenarios. You want to make the shooting input when the ball is still a bit away from your player, so that the game can choose the perfect animation for the run up and you don't get some kind of weird messed up shooting animation that then, you know, leads to you missing the shot. One final note is that here I could anticipate for goalkeeper movement from the opponent, and then obviously I would go for the near post finish. But in this situation, I'm, you know, guessing that it's all happening really fast. I'm doing the skill move, the opponent is still trying to defend. I do one final touch and I shoot. So I think that here the opponent won't have time for a good goalkeeper movement, and I will be able to score with the cross shot. And so I go for that, and in the end it works out and I score. Here we have the second example where I go for another driven shot. This time I initiate a 1-2 pass with Ronaldo, and then I play the through ball. I get the ball with Ronaldo here. I use a bit of shielding in order to win the running duel and keep the defender behind me. And then I do one more touch, and now you can see, of course, I'm still sprinting because I'm still far from goal. But I already know, due to the running duel and being pretty, you know, slow and needing to still battle this defender, this is probably going to be the final touch already, especially if the opponent should move out his goalkeeper a little bit. So I have in mind here that I want to prepare the shot in a way where I can, go for a driven shot once again, because I'm to the right hand side of the goal this time, and either towards the far post or to the near post. So I do the touch here, and as you can see, the ball is already very far forward and I'm now getting to the ball. And this time I'm guessing that due to the numerous ball contacts I have and due to the situation being very, very clear which spot I will get into here and which finishes I can go for, that the opponent will also be more prepared this time for the finishing options I have. And since the usual finish, if there wouldn't be any goalkeeper movement, is the driven shot far post here, I'm guessing the opponent is going to move his goalkeeper. So this is just some type of game sense, knowing the opponent a bit. Maybe he moved the goalkeeper before. If you didn't, try to guess how good is my opponent, will he use goalkeeper movement, and also it's just a gamble. Sometimes you're going to be right, sometimes you're going to be wrong. Happens to us as well, to me as well. I'm sometimes shooting into the wrong corner and then miss the chance because of it, so it's also a gamble. Here it works out, so I anticipate the opponent is going to move the goalkeeper to cover the far post, and that's why I decide for the near post finish, and I go for it and it works out. Of course, here you could also go for a lob shot, so finishing is also, different options, just subjectively deciding what you feel comfortable with and then going through with that plan. A lob can also work out here, but sometimes they seem a bit inconsistent, so that's why I don't use them as much, and the driven shot worked fine for me here. Now here we have the first finesse shot, and I will just quickly explain why I go for it. I receive the ball, I'm in a one-on-one, I do a drag back, and as you can see right here, I'm in a very, very good spot to score a goal. But this time I'm not having a shooting angle like we had before, like this, and then driven shot far post. Instead, this time I'm almost parallel, or I'm pretty much parallel towards goal, maybe even a bit more than that. And also the opponent's goalkeeper is coming out a bit, so he is having a good position in order to make the angles harder for me to score, and both those factors make it much better here to go for a finesse shot to curve the ball around the goalkeeper, because driven shots are mostly good if you're somewhat looking into the direction where you want to shoot. Of course, there are exceptions to it, but finesse shots work better when you have this kind of parallel position towards the goal, and then you can curve the ball. And also when the goalkeeper comes out, often you want to go for the finesse shot so that you keep the distance to the goalkeeper as far as possible, because if you compare these two shots here, of course this is a bit pushed, but there's a bigger distance when you curve the ball that the goalkeeper has to travel to save the ball eventually than there is with the driven shot. So that's why here I go for the finesse shot, and I'm able to score here and get the ball in. On a quick note as well, why didn't I do a setup touch? Sometimes it seems like you have a lot of distance from the goalkeeper, but with this setup right here, I'm already having a good angle on goal and I can curve it around, and I don't really need to set up another touch here so that I have a bit of a better angle on goal if then the goalkeeper is getting too close, and you can already see that the goalkeeper is pretty close here, and having that angle is helping me out to still score. Before we jump into the next example, I want to quickly tell you guys that we are currently running a huge discount on our premium platform, the Guide Plus. You can get access until the end of 2021 with a discount of up to 50%. The Guide Plus is gonna help you to become a better FIFA player and climb ranks in FUT Champions. And you can also join our exclusive community, get in touch with the creators and also other like-minded FIFA players who want to improve. On the Guide Plus, we release 4 articles and videos every single week featuring the newest meta gameplay tips, foot content, tactical information guides, as well as mentality tips. And if you want to get an idea on the content of the Guide Plus, then you can check out our free content piece there on ball roll shot preparation, because the ball roll is a great skill move to prepare your finishes, which we will also analyze in the last 2 examples of this video. So if you're interested in the Guide Plus, then check out the link in the description. So these situations were all still pretty straightforward, but now we'll get into 2 which are harder, because there is not such a clear best finishing option, and it's not as easy to prepare the shot and get the ball into the goal. So the first one is here with Mbappe. I'm initiating a 1-2 pass, and then here after this first touch pass to Ronaldo, I can then get the ball through. And so let's take a look at this situation. Why is this more difficult? Well, I'm through on goal with Mbappe. The problem is, if I take another touch here and the goalkeeper is coming out, then doing a cross shot here is not really that good of an option, because the goalkeeper is closing down that angle pretty well, and I'm not really able to go for that finish anymore. On the other hand, what I would like to do here, of course, if the goalkeeper is coming out, is, as before, get the ball on my right foot and then do a finesse shot around the goalkeeper. But this is not really possible due to this defender over here, who is then maybe able to interfere with that shot and just tackle the ball away, or just block the shot, as it happens so often in FIFA 21. So it's not so easy to go for a finish here and to prepare a really good finish. And so I take another touch with Mbappe towards goal, and already here I know what I want to do. I know that I want to push a bit further towards the goalkeeper and then do a ball roll around him. The ball roll is a great finishing tool in FIFA 21, because goalkeepers are defending against it very poorly, and you can score a lot of these, scenarios where you have defenders close by still. You can't really get a good angle for your finishes. Everything is kind of, clumped up, and then you can just straight push towards the goalkeeper. Here you can see I'm letting go of sprint so that I make sure I'm getting the best possible timing for the skill move, so that I can get it around the goalkeeper, who will then lay on the ground and miss the ball, and then I can finish. So here now you can see me making the input for the ball roll, so that with my next touch I do the ball roll to the side, and then I immediately go for the finish already and just shoot it past the goalkeeper. So the ball roll is a really nice tool, which you should definitely get into your arsenal, because it's also very consistent if you pull off the timing correctly, and you can score goals like these easily. Then now here we have the final scene, which involves another ball roll, and here it goes to show that this skill move, in order to prepare finishes, is really versatile, and it's not always about getting the ball past the goalkeeper immediately. Sometimes this is also just good in order to prepare your finish as quickly as possible, get control of the ball and get a good finishing animation. I play the through pass here, and there are 2 factors which are coming in. First, the goalkeeper is coming out once again, and second, the opponent is having another defender which is coming in from here. So the space for me to try and prepare a finish is over here, and as the goalkeeper is coming out, it's also good that the space is over here, because I can get a good angle, and then once again goalkeeper coming out, meaning the finesse shot is pretty effective, so I can finesse it around the goalkeeper. The problem is I'm having high speed with the player. He's, rushing towards the ball, trying to get control of it, and then it can sometimes get all a bit messy, getting the ball on the right foot in time, preparing the finish, everything. So that's why you can see me here using the ball roll once again. First touch, the through pass is played. With the first touch, I'm pulling the ball over to the right foot and then immediately go for the finish. Somehow finishing after the ball roll has always been pretty effective in FIFA, and it's still the same in FIFA 21. And so here I do the ball roll to the side, get control of the ball, get it away from the defender, and also get it on the right foot of my player, and then I make the input for the finesse shot so that I can get it nicely into the far post, which is totally open. The opponent's goalkeeper is not positioned well to defend against that, and the ball is going in. So as you can see there, really effective with the ball roll once again. So to sum it up, you should always try and have a clear idea how you want to score the goal from the position you're finding yourself in, and then immediately start to prepare the finish. Get the final touch and get the right angle on goal by either doing a normal touch, a sprint, ball contact, or use a skill move like the ball roll, for example. And then keep in mind that the opponent could also move his goalkeeper, so that can play a role in your decision making. And finally, make the shooting input when the ball is still a bit further away from your player, so that you make sure you get a good shooting animation, and you should be all set to score some nice goals. If you enjoyed the video, then please take that 1 second to leave a like, since it helps out the channel massively and gets the video recommended to other people to help them out as well. And don't forget to subscribe to not miss any further videos of the guide. I'll better talk to you in the next one. See you then. Much love. Peace.